Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been wanting to make this video for a little while now, and today I felt like it was a perfect opportunity. This morning when my husband called me after his meeting, it didn't go how he expected. It kind of went really bad, and it was like a punch in the stomach, I felt like. But the way that he handled it was so amazing. I literally took a step back and said, wow, that's a man. Like, the way that he has grown and the way he handles situations and tough things, I'm so proud of him, and he's come so far. So yeah, I was just like, this is a perfect opportunity to just kind of make him feel better and, you know, allow him to be stress-free. So I wanted to do some nice things for him, and I thought, why not share it with you? Some of you women out there may be seeking to rekindle intimacy. Maybe you guys have been a little distant, you've been arguing, there's stress, you know, life's crazy. Or maybe you just want to do something nice and just waste, you know, things that you want to think about to do to make your husband happy. And if you guys like this video, maybe I will make another video, but for the wives, for the women, so that you don't have to, you know, nag your husband, and you could just tell him to watch this and how to make you happy. So first off, I just want to share this book. It's just, if you haven't heard of it, this is The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. What an amazing, amazing book. And I haven't read it since my engagement, I think, which was 2 years ago. So probably a year and a half it's been. But what an amazing, amazing book. So it's basically the 5 love languages that we as humans in relationships express our love for each other, and ways that we do it. So the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Now, I want to say my husband is probably physical touch and quality time? No, physical touch and words of affirmation. I don't know. I know for me, I'm like all these things. Like, I'm complicated. Like, I am so complicated. So I am like, oh, it's insane. He deals with a lot. Anyway, so last night, before I went to bed, I knew he had to get up early for a meeting. And so I just set up the coffee, and I got that ready for him, and I put out the coffee mug and everything, and just made sure he just had to get up and push the button. And then I put a little note there and said, I love you. And that was it. Very simple, random little thing, but if you don't do it often or never done it, then just give that a little try, because it's so nice to wake up and just be like, coffee. Or even further a step, you get up extra early and cook your husband a nice breakfast so that he starts his day off right. Starting the day off right, and not, you know, nagging your husband to just do all these things, and, you know, asking him questions or getting in his way and being annoying, and just like making sure his morning starts off nicely is a great thing. I don't always cook him breakfast, and God bless him that he is okay and he doesn't like get mad at me, but I do when we are home together and he's off from work. Like, on his days off, or if he's going into work later, then I will. So with that, I woke up today and I was like, I am going to clean the house. I know I always keep up with the house, but I'm like, I want to make sure he comes home and everything is clean. It's laundry day, so I'm making sure all the laundry is done and not on the couch like I normally leave it on the couch in a big pile, and he can't stand it. He can't stand it. And I can't either, but like, laundry is annoying. So that's one of my flaws with that. I sometimes leave the laundry there for like a couple days. So I did that. I cleaned the house today, made sure everything was pretty nice and clean. All the laundry was done, folded, put away, and he will appreciate that. And also I wanted to make sure that I was making dinner tonight. So luckily it's Tuesday and it's Taco Tuesday. And another great thing about it is that it's not too much work. It's super easy to make and quick to make. But I was able to prep for it, so I kind of cut up all the lettuce and tomato and the limes and whatever else was just, the meat was defrosted in the refrigerator, and I was able to like get everything else done today by cleaning, organizing, running errands, filming, whatever, you know what I mean? But if you want to take a step further, just make your husband his favorite meal, you know, take the time to put a little bit more effort into your cooking. That could be good. I mean, my husband's happy with anything, and we both love tacos, so I'm making tacos tonight. But let me just say this, okay? Men, with the cleaning and with the cooking, who does not like to come home and feel like your home is welcoming? You want your husband to come into the house feeling like this is a place of serenity. It's positive environment. It's a place that I want to come home to. There's food, there's a clean home, and my wife is there and happy and excited to see me. You want to make your husband feel like your home is where he needs to be. And just an environment that's peaceful, that's relaxing, and a great, a warm, welcoming place to be. So that's why I had to clean today, and I prepped for dinner, and I'm just making sure that everything is situated, okay? But then again, some husbands like to cook, some men just like to cook. So hey, more power to you women if your husband likes to cook. But maybe, I mean, you don't necessarily, speaking of the devil, you don't necessarily have to cook. Maybe you can bake something, or maybe you can pick up dinner that night. That's a nice meal that he doesn't have to do any work. That could work. So he's on his way home now, so I gotta speed this up. Another really great tip, I think, a nice little gesture for your husband. These are like really common sense things, but sometimes you don't think about it. Write your husband or your fiance or your significant other a note. And not just a note like, I love you. Write a note. It doesn't have to be super long, but just in detail of what you love about that person, what you love, what you are thankful for. The thing, like, just get a little detailed because it shows that you put in thought into it. There's something so amazing about a handwritten gesture. You can say words, and that's great. You can text, that's great. But a handwritten gesture note is just so nice to have, and you can keep it, you know? So every now and then we like to do that for each other, and I don't do it that often, but occasionally I will do that. And today I just took the time out and wrote why I'm so proud of him, and just thanked him for his growth and just for who he is. And you can just write, thank you for doing this, thank you for always taking the garbage out, thank you for loving me the way you do, or watching movies with me that I like to watch, like anything. Just think of in detail some of the things that you really love and appreciate, and in the small things. And I think that would be really nice for him to read. Even without the lettering, just in general, if you're constantly complimenting your husband, and just not just about his physical features, but just in every aspect, if you look at all the positive things about that person and you tell them regularly, there's something so great about that. And men love, not just men, but we love to feel appreciated. So, but men too, men's egos, you gotta, they're like little puppies. You gotta pet them. Do more complimenting, less nagging. I have to hold back sometimes because I'm a nagger sometimes, and I'm like, babe, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And if sometimes you take a step back and you just say, thank you so much for doing that today. Thanks for doing the dishes. Thank you for taking out the garbage. Thank you for communicating with me about that thing. The more you compliment on the subjects that you're like lacking in, or when they do it, actually do it, so that they're more motivated to do better things. That's a good way. So his office, the office area is up and down, messy and clean. It's always like stuff in it, and it's also his little get ready area, and we switched closets, so his closet's in there. So it's constantly a little bit disorganized and messy, and his desk is disastrous. So I'm always saying to myself, Charlotte, I have to clean this up for him. Like, I've done it once before, but he's just not very organized, I guess. So how good do you feel when you have an organized space, when your desk is clean? You can think so much better. And he comes home after work and works, or some nights on his day off he works. His office area, he likes to get work done. So I need to make sure that his office area is clean and he's able to think clearly and focus on the task at hand. So I'm like, I'm going to do that for him. I'm going to clean it up so he can come home and, if he has to work, he'll feel motivated and have a clean slate to start from. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an office desk. Maybe you guys have, you share a closet, or he has his own closet and it's a disaster, maybe kind of organize it for him, and like maybe color coordinate it, maybe just make sure everything's hung properly and in an organized state. Some men are already organized, so I don't know. Maybe it's a dresser, his little den, a little area, straighten it up, you know, or just buy something for his little area, his little desk. You know, just think outside the box. Just try to make the environment for your husband a good one. And another thing that I thought about doing is, we used to do massage nights like Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday was his day, Wednesday was my day, and we haven't done it in a while because we've been so busy and there's really no excuse, but that's the truth. So my husband absolutely loves getting massages. Like, he always wants a back rub. He's always like, babe, please rub my back, rub my legs. Like, and I'm the same way too. And I know when he needs it to, and I will do it for him. So tonight I'm going to set the tone. I'm going to play my favorite Pandora station, and his favorite when you want to relax is Nature's Sounds too. So I'll put that on and light candles, and I'm just going to massage him. Like, I'll do 15 to 20 minutes, I don't know, depending. Give him a back rub, leg rub, and just put some essential oils on him so he just feels like refreshed, and just let him kind of relax. And there's nothing better than that. Like, go out of your way to give your husband or your man a massage. Know when your partner is stressed. Know when they're like not having a good day, when they're just not, or they're getting frustrated, or they're working from home and they're getting frustrated. I know when my husband gets like that. What I have to do is not be naggy, not be annoying. I have to like put on calm music, Christian music or something calm, or just turn off the radio if I'm listening to it, like annoying music. And just go right over to his shoulders and massage him and his neck. And literally, it's like a weight. And he's able to think better. His blood circulation's going. He's calmer. I mean, who doesn't like to feel that? Like, so I know when my husband needs that. Make sure you know your husband's needs, and make sure you're not overwhelming them on top of whatever they're being overwhelmed with. Make sure you're trying to be aware of how you're speaking to them and how you're asking them to do things. Don't nag. I have to always work on that. And instead of saying, can you do this tonight? Can you pay that bill? Say, babe, we need to work on this tonight. Babe, can we take care of that bill tonight? Can we do it? Or just ask in a nicer way. So make sure your words are always uplifting, positive. You know, just make your environment a really great place for your significant other. Ladies, make sure you're pleasing your man, okay? Because that's a huge thing in marriages. There's, you know, finances, there's intimacy, just as communication. There's a lot of things that can interfere, and you want to make sure that you're having a healthy relationship, and a man needs that, and a woman needs that too. So make sure you're meeting each other's needs in that area. And if you don't think you are meeting the needs, you have to discuss what you can do to fix it. I'm a hot mess. Speaking of which, just the upkeep of yourself. Obviously this video is meant more geared toward just how to keep, you know, little things to make your husband happy, but honestly, keeping up with your beauty regimen, and just making sure you're on point. And not that every day you have to look your best, and I'm sure your husband loves you regardless, but just make sure that you care enough about yourself and the way that you look for your husband and for yourself, so you can be the best you can be and the most confident that you can be, so that your husband is happy with you. Same goes for you. I think you'd want your husband to keep you happy. And I think one of the ways is to uphold yourself. Make sure you're doing your nails, you're getting your hair done, you're keeping up with your skincare, you throw on a nice outfit every now and then, a little bit of makeup, you know, whatever it takes, doesn't matter. Not that you have to be dolled up every day, but just make sure you care enough about yourself and your husband and the relationship, and make sure you get waxed. Just kidding. Some people like that. I don't know. I'm just a side note. European Wax Center is really good. Wax yourself. Stay clean. Keep yourself put together. You know, just a side note. Just an extra little bonus. All right. That's it. I think that's all I can think about. I didn't want to make this too long. I hope this was really helpful, or just, if not, you know, if these are things that you already knew, but just maybe sparked you to kind of want to do nice things for your husband. And if you guys have any tips on how you keep your man happy, your husband happy, comment below, because I could always use some tips, and who wouldn't want to know? Oh, for this too, There's a man version, and I was lucky enough for my husband, we were engaged, for him to read it, and he was a man enough to read it. Because some men are like, I don't want to read that crap, and I get it. It's not like, especially if they don't like reading, but he did it, and we both took, I think, something from it. So make sure your love tanks are filled. Check out this book. Love you guys so much. I appreciate all your love and support, and always comment. You might get a shout out, and I'm curious to know what you do to keep your man happy and your husband happy. Also, let me know if you would like for me to make a how to keep your wife happy or woman happy, so that you can show your man so he can get it together. All right. Love you guys so much. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.